Hello friends. So we had to do a manual save for today since we moved our farm back to Lilycala. Just as a review, the Harvest Goddess showed up this morning to remind us about the Fish Face-Off, which is a competition fishing festival. Comes up in 3 days. Looks like Lily didn't go into the barn last night. Oh, our sheep is finally old enough that we can shear it. We'll start getting wool every few days. I just put that into the auto feeder, that way for a little while it will automatically make sure all of the animals have feed. Now, that is something that we can give Kai. It's on his request list, which will help us push forward Lilycala's cultural stars as well. Alright, so let's go fish really quick. We need to rebuild up all of the money that we spent buying animals. Looks like I'm gonna have to get this a little more in the middle. Now, we should go back to mining in Lilycala because we do need to get more titanium and platinum in order to upgrade our tools to the master level. Once we can get our fishing pole up to the master level, there's better fish that we could fish. I'm thinking of going this way because there's some coconut trees and we need to refill our food banks. We need to make some coconut milk, we need to make some coffee. Now, one other thing that's out here, there is now a path down to this island right here will get us some bigger fish, but there's some fish over here that are all tuna. This is the island that we need to open up to get the gold wisp fruit that we can't get at the moment, but that won't be until winter. I'm gonna run right here really quick because right next to it is some coffee trees that we've ignored for a while. All right. Now we do need to, whatever we're doing, we need to stop and head over to Herbsburg in at about 4 so we can get that picture that we're missing. Now, we don't need to spend too much time there anymore. Talking to people because and we don't need to get the out of the way rice anymore, but it's good to have a couple of rice on hand. We will want to cook with it, which means we'll need a few seeds to cook with. Everything there looks like it's growing fine. Now, just in case we need 3 mushrooms, I'm just going to quickly run over there and grab that mushroom. I want to say that we only need 2, but we are almost to the point that we're going to need to pass those in, so better to be prepared. Alright, so one thing we're going to do then is we're going to start expanding our maps. I want to get to Zimagrad today, just so that we can start working on the wall. A lot of the stuff here, as soon as we get this picture, is going to be fast to rebuild the town. So we might as well spend the day opening up Zimagrad. Now, this horse is not going to do much for us on the road up there, but since we're in the area, we might as well go and grab this Harvest Goddess statue right over here. There is a farm tucked in the area. But we don't need to trigger it. This is the farm that you can farm in this area. Now those red onions that we're gonna need, there are a lot of them in this area. Plus this golden wisp. So this will be an area that we warp to grab those seeds. Since we need the hybrid that will grow in Zimagrad of the red onions in order to get our winter clothes and our summer clothes made. Oh, now that I think about it, I don't think we need it for the summer clothes, but we do for the winter clothes. We're going to need 2 batches of it actually. And this is where we're going to leave our horse because it is not going to do us any good. So there's 2 ways that you can go to get to Zimagrad. If you go to the right from this sign, you're going to head up this way and hit a wall. Ultimately, it's going to be a long trek and you're not going to get there. So we're going to head out this way, and it's basically going to be a big trek like that. So we're going to be making this huge C-turn because the wall that we want to hit, I believe, is in this area right here. Now, what I may do is run to our first goddess statue and then warp to empty out our pockets. Because our pockets are so full right now that if we find an orange tree, it doesn't matter if I pick it or not, we are not going to be able to take the oranges with us. So from this Harvest Goddess spot, you can go this way, but you can see there's a wall right there. You have to go up this way and then head over this way to get out into the Zimagrad area. If you hit up this way, there's another wall. You can't get past that. This is the bridge everybody thinks they need to go to, but they shouldn't because you can't get that hybrid easily enough this early in the game that you need to build that bridge. And then, but if you go this way, I believe we're actually going to be going underneath that goddess, get this one, and then it's going to be through here. Right here is the mine, the Zimagrad mine. So we'll catch this Harvest Goddess statue and then go through a little pathway that's going to have a wall right around here, if I remember right. But right now we're going to go and empty our pockets. We may as well leave our horse at home. So with those cooking, we should have more things to take with us on a mine run. Zimagrad is one of my favorite mines. You don't have to get very deep into it in order to get valuable ore. It will just make it a lot easier. So we're going to go up this middle area. You know you're going the right way when you have this one little stripe of gray. And then I believe we need to head this way. But I'll show you what the wall over here looks like. There's a bunch of false walls that make it real hard to know where you gotta hit. Oh, maybe this is the wall that we have to hit. No, I think there's like a bunch of them that have an icon on it, but there's nothing there. No, this seems like it's the right wall, so this might be the right one. The other way takes us to the Zimagrad mine, which I really would like to get today if possible. Having the paths open up for all of the mines makes it easier for us to find what we're looking for easier once we open up warping farther down in each mine. So the first set of Zimagrad traditional attire we will be giving to the sprite in order to take down the wall. One thing we're going to do while we're here is we are going to fence around the farm that's here. That way, once we hunt down Dave again, we can get him to hopefully sell us some more sprinklers. We probably need to break down and make our own sprinklers. This farm is a fairly small farm. We could probably get away with just a few of the smaller sprinklers that we already have all of the things for. I find it funny how we just opened up the wall and Brandon's already there, waiting for us on the other side. I find it hilarious that she yells at you for wearing thin clothing and yet she's wearing shorts. So here's where the farm's going to be set up. It's right next to a hot spring. Hopping in the hot spring will give you 2 minutes of immunization against the cold. It also, over time, refills your stamina. So Lena and Nikolai are both romanceable characters. So we do need to open up the mine because one thing that we're going to need for this quest is some platinum. And we haven't seen much of it, if any, in the mines that we've been in, which is why I really want to open up that Zimagrad mine, because we need it in order to upgrade our tools to the master level. Now, one problem we may run into is we need to get, we need to have one spot available in the barn in order to get this sheep. This is funny because we've already had to tame several horses before now. So one thing that we're going to want to do, I can go up there and pet it, but we don't really have anything to feed it. I should have grabbed one of the feed to give it. But the least that we could do is pet it. There's only the one sheep that we can interact with, so it's the same sheep every day. We don't have to worry. So as long as we don't chase it off. And they do have a animal shop right here. It's very basic in the beginning. There's a black and tan Sheltie, one of the dogs that we can purchase. This is what he looks like. Alright, well, we've got plenty of apples. We might as well take a couple out. And we might as well put a bunch of this back because, well, we can plant a bunch of them anyway. Actually, fodder corn does well here too. It's such a small area, we may end up just doing the watering the whole area that we plant anyway. Now the sheep leaves at night, so we'll go and feed the sheep, build a fence, and then try to go unlock that mine. Looks like we'll have to go to a different workshop to get fencing. So we'll go feed the sheep real quick. Oh, we need to head to Herbsburg. Hopefully we can still get that picture taken. Okay. I kept another apple because I was pretty sure he was going to be hungry. I think the window is supposed to be 4 to 6. So I'm going to stop here and start walking up there on foot. And I think we missed our window again. That's the hardest part of this one, is getting that cutscene to trigger right at the right time. For obvious reasons, we get distracted with all of the stuff that we need to do. So to get to the mine, we're going to have to go all the way over here, but we need some fencing. I don't think they're going to have fencing available at the workshop. We'll go see Doc. We need to get that photograph, which sometimes is the most challenging thing, because you have to be there at a certain time. Apparently I am not good at time management. We probably only need 3 of these, but I'm getting the 4th because we have a lot of iron anyway. And it looks like we're going to need to grab some materials anyway. Let's make a couple of small sprinklers. We're probably going to need to make some more square lumber. Probably a few board lumber. And you can see we're almost out of wood, so we need to start cutting some wood too. Four's probably enough for right now. That'll get us a good starting area. Honestly, we shouldn't really take our horse with us. I'm not sure that we'll have time to get the mine today if we're going to set up our farm. We do need to make sure that we get some of these red onion in the ground. because waiting for them to grow and get a hybrid version is one of the choke points for Zimagrad's progression. And that should line up. Well, that's close enough. And then this is going to be in over here because honestly, this should probably be right over here. When we move our farm here, there will be the fertilizer maker over this way. This will need both for the water, and the barn is on that side too. Now it's fine that we have leftovers because there's plenty of other farms that aren't in towns that we'll need, but there's another farm in Providence that eventually we'll want to fence out. All right, so we've got those sorted out enough that we can get started. Let's get some of these green onions in the ground. Okay, so we've got our farm set up. Let's go ahead, we're gonna go back over here. And we won't explore it today, but I really want to get that warp point open. Here's the orange trees. For such a small plot of land, there are a lot of hybrids that can grow in this area. There is a much larger lot of land that doesn't provide a culture level that we'll be passing on our way. So what we're angling for most of these areas is these holes in the walls or tunnels through the mountains to get us to other areas. That's why we won't be able to get that Harvest Goddess statue that's right here. It's on a higher level, and we're going to be down lower. We won't be getting that one until after the wall to Zimagrad completely drops. I think there's a way that we could get around to that statue, but it's long, drawn out, and unnecessary. This is where I thought the wall was going to be, that corner right there, but I was incorrect. You can see there's that symbol over there. It's the bigger one we went to. There's the larger farm that doesn't provide culture level increases. But right through here, just to the left, and that is the mine. Now we've got a little bit of time. We're gonna need wood though, so we may as well go to Herbsburg and cut down some wood. Third day of spring and we've already unlocked Zimagrad. We never want to go to bed with energy, so if we are using it to gather wood, that's still better than nothing. And we'll want to make sure that we put our horse in the barn tonight. This will probably be the last wood that we gather. So we didn't grab a lot of wood, but every little bit helps, especially considering how quickly we're going to be running out of wood going forward. Well, we can turn those into things, so I think we're just going to put the rest of this away. There's an orange juice. Oh, we were pretty close. Only 2 fences in there. And it looks like we are ready for the next day. So that is it for Summer 3. We didn't get the picture that we wanted, so we'll have to try harder tomorrow. But we did start taming the sheep. We also got the farm built out in Zimagrad, got Zimagrad unlocked, and got the warp point to the mine, so that's going to open up a lot of options going forward for upgrading our tools. And in Herbsburg is where we're going to get the hammer, so we really need to make that photograph happen so that we can upgrade our tools there once we get the town rebuilt a bit. There's just a couple more buildings we have to repair, get the festival up and running, but if we get that picture, it'll be super fast to get that wall dropped and get the buildings repaired. In the meantime, please don't forget to vote on what dog you'd like us to adopt. Feel free to leave any suggestions, comments, or questions below, and have a great day.